You're watching the midday news on TVC. As the war in insurgent elements rages on in some parts of the northeast, the Chief of Army Staff has reinforced the military's commitment towards promoting civil-military relations. General Tukur Buratai addressed senior media professionals across broadcast, print, and social media, where he emphasized the need for the media to report what is right as at when due. His opening remarks also referenced the damning report released by Amnesty International against the military. In his words, it is ill-conceived and misleading. Today's conference is a follow-up to the meeting he held with media editors last month in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. As he ended his presentation, he reinforced the military's commitment to professionalism and says he will remain disciplined and apolitical. TVC News' Stella Dean Jacob is at the conference and joins us via phone to tell us more about this. Thanks for joining us, Stella. Now tell us what is going on there and why does the military think it is important to hold this conference at this time?
Well, the military's message today is simple, that national security is the collective responsibility of not just the military, but every Nigerian. In the last few weeks, there's been some tension between the Nigerian military and some sections of the Nigerian media where the military took offense at the fact that some sensitive information that could have jeopardized the security and the well-being of Nigerian troops had been leaked. So today's conference, basically, I think it's a bridge-building measure. The military wants to say to Nigerian media across the broadcast, traditional, non-traditional, social media, and even to professional bloggers that, like, we are in this together, and we must do everything to support our troops and not continue to report or broadcast information that would jeopardize the war against the insurgents. And also, not to all intents and purposes, go all out to demoralize whatever it is our troops are doing, or demoralize what it is our troops are doing in the northeastern corner of Nigeria. It's a packed conference with a lot of senior professionals, even those who are retired, across the mass media, and a lot of senior officers listening to a number of speakers. A lot of the media associations are represented, from the Union of Journalists to the Guild of Editors, who are waiting to talk about the side of the media. So far, we've heard the Chief of Army Staff, General Buratai, state his case. He talked about civil-military relations and the fact that they had set up a division which would enhance and broker a better understanding across the military and across the media.
Okay, Stella, he also talked about the Amnesty report. He termed the reports misleading and ill-conceived. Tell us more about that comment and that tense relation between the army, the military and Amnesty International.
Well, those were his words. He didn't say more than it was ill-conceived and misleading. He didn't say more than that. It was a statement that was made in passing. He didn't really dwell on any of those things. He mentioned it in the course of his speech, but the speech basically was reaching out to the Nigerian media to basically make them understand that, as I had said earlier, national security is everybody's business. It is not just for the military to concentrate on winning its war against insurgents, but even if the military is sending out men and women, even over the holiday period, to put their lives on the line to keep Nigerians safe, Nigerians needed also to understand things that they need not do so that it wouldn't jeopardize or put in danger the mission or the mission personnel in those areas.
Welfare of men and respect for officers, it's been an issue Nigerians have talked about and editors have often reported. What are the editors saying? We need to report these issues about the welfare, about lack of payment, about poor equipping of our military. What are those they're saying about striking the balance between reporting the truth and also being careful about what we report?
For now, the concentration has been on what we report. The media hasn't had a chance to basically go into all of these details, but as I stepped out of the hall to engage in this discussion, the former DG of the NTA, Tony Radia, was actually making a case and trying to strike a balance. He took a middle ground, talking about the need for the media to do its work and the need for the military to also support the media in what it's doing. He gave an instance of when maybe the media reports that Boko Haram has overrun a particular location and the military denies it, and then later on the military comes out with a statement to the effect that they have captured territory. So what he said in a nutshell was, If the military is saying territory was not taken over or overrun in the first place, how are they coming back to say they have reclaimed territory? So it's ongoing. The interactive session started this morning with the media practitioners. We are going to go into other sessions where media practitioners and those who have been listed to chair sessions would probably go into the details. So for right now, the military has stated its case. It's ongoing. In the course of another 20, 30 minutes, I'm sure that the media would give their own perspective and talk about the challenges that they face in the course of wanting to disseminate information. I do know that as a media practitioner, we face the challenges of not having the information when you need it, or the information not coming, or a spin is put on the information to a point where you start to wonder whether this has actually happened, and then it leaves you with a no-win situation of wanting to get the information. And sadly, sometimes in the course of doing that, it may not be as accurate because, one, it is sensitive information, and two, those who are charged with disseminating that information to mainstream media and new media are not available or are not able to tell us what it is that we need to hear to inform Nigerians about what the issues are.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Stella, for staying there, and we'll have you back for more on that. We appreciate your time.